I did search quite hard before I settled on becoming a teacher. In fact, I spent a few years in banking before I came into education. There was some worry behind the scenes in my extended family that I would not cope as a teacher. They didn't think, I felt I was too gentle perhaps, and were worried about my choice of career going into London schools particularly.
The school is based in Tower Hamlets in East London. East London is a very diverse area.
A melting pot of cultures and really diverse people.
The school is sandwiched between the city of London, which is very rich, and Docklands, which is the financial centre of this country. And yet families really struggle for money. There is a lot of poverty and a lot of overcrowding. I wanted to ensure that where the girls were born, if they wanted to live and work there, once they'd finished their education, that they should have that entitlement, that they should have doors opened for them. And so a piece of dual work really, I suppose, improving the educational standards, the academic standards at Mulberry, so that most girls went to university and to really good universities, but also working very hard to change attitudes amongst employers in the city and Docklands and wider.
I'm really interested in philosophy and history, and I think I'd like to study metaphysics, like do a doctorate in metaphysics and become a professor, hopefully.
We strive for a culture of ambition.
My dream job would be being an MP in Parliament, being an activist for rights, human rights for people.
Ambition to be successful for yourself, but also ambitious to be successful collectively too. And those two things are absolutely fundamental to the values of the school, to do your best and bring others with you.
That can be difficult at times, but I think it's good because I know that it will help my sister, my little sister. She'll be able to, it will be less difficult for her.
I have the power to decide what my future is like, and that is why I aspire to be a lawyer.
The school is non-selective. It is completely out of our hands who comes to Mulberry. When you come to Mulberry as a young woman, it is unconditional. You come to us and you are entitled to everything there is, and we will work with you regardless of the challenges, regardless of the difficulties, to develop yourself and to be who you want to be in the world.
And this kind of really positive, everyone can do everything idea is something that's really motivated me. Not lots of 15-year-old girls want to be academics. Lots of people think academics are just old white men sitting and writing lots of books. But if I'm interested in it, then why can't I do it? Why can't I be the next great academic? Why can't I solve the world's next big problem?
One of the things we do is to extend language, to write with an academic voice, to speak with an academic voice, to know how to manipulate and use language, to write really well, to communicate really well, and that's incredibly important. We are not in a bubble away from the world, you know, we engage all the time with politics and with world affairs and with society, you know, in all sorts of ways.
It really helps you kind of look beyond your community, but look beyond your horizon and see that there's so much more in the world and you can achieve it. And that's what Mulberry gives you, that power to kind of move forward.
None of this is about moving away from your family or leaving behind your heritage. It's about bringing that with you and making it work to the benefit of everybody for a much better society. My experience in banking has helped me to understand the corporate world. I believe that we're right as a school to say you should be employing our girls, look how fantastic they are. I challenge society to that partnership of equals, to that 50-50 representation everywhere, to that diverse representation of all kinds of people, you know, at the top.